So I like to look at this slide because it sums up everything. Okay. If we look at the very top, simple cubic unit cell. Coordination number 6. So remember, coordination number just means that it got 6 neighbors, 6 homies right by the side, right? The closest neighbors. And we can see the structure is like this. It's very simple, right? You got your unit cell, bam, 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 bam. And then at each lattice point, right, we're trying to sum up everything here. At each lattice point, we have an atom or ion, depending on what we're working with. But in this case, we're going to have an atom here. So we got our atom, bam, atom, 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 atom. Okay. In this case, they're at each corner of our unit cell. So this is what I was talking about with the unit cell, right? We can see the unit cell here, right? And remember, we're going to have repeating unit cells, etc. In this unit cell, we said earlier that we can fit one atom in this unit cell, one atom. If we look here, this is the unit cell. We have to think about 1/8 of the atom at each of the 8 corners. Because remember, for a simple cubic, you basically got an atom at each corner of our unit cell. So if we take that and count, right, 1/8 of 8, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the back end there. So 1/8 of 8 atoms will equal 1, right? So 1/8 times 8, do our math here, is going to have 1 atom. And this is what we mean by we have 1 atom in our unit cell here.
Bang, bang.
If we go down a body-centered cubic unit cell, coordination number, right, being 8 in this case. So remember, right, we're looking at a different pattern here. We see it's looking at ABA, right? But if we look, right, face center at the body center cell here, we see our unit cell. Okay, so taking into account all the atoms that are in place here, we said earlier we have 2 atoms in a unit cell for body center cubic unit cells, right? How are we seeing 2 atoms, Dr. J? Well, we got at the corners, right? Still at the corners, each atom is still there. So we're going to take that as 1/8 atom from those 8 atoms at the corners. So that's, we already know the math, 1/8 times 8 is going to be 1. So bam, we got those corners in place. But for body centered, look at this one. Now we got a whole atom, 1 atom at the center now. So, right, in fact, when we include this new atom, this is 1 plus 1. Well, it's going to be 2 atoms. So now we see 2 atoms in this unit cell here. Once again, 1 full atom plus the 1/8 of our 8 corners here. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. We're taking pieces of atoms or a whole atom and adding them all together in that unit cell. But for every unit cell we see here, so this is a unit cell, and right by it is another unit cell, right? Because remember, this is just a piece of a solid, right? We understand, right, this entire solid, we have multiple unit cells going across here. Okay, so this is just 1 unit cell. So for this body center, we're seeing 2. Let's go down here to face center. Okay, so this is once again, notice, right, extended structure. So this is what I was saying. We got multiple unit cells going on here. 12 coordination, so we got 12 neighbors. We understand that, right? Now let's look at the unit cell. We're focusing on unit cells here. The face center cubic unit cell, we said had 4 atoms. How do we get 4? Let's look here. So in our unit cell, we still got those corner atoms. So that 1/8 times 8, bam, that's going to be 1. All right, that's 1. Now notice, right, face center, notice, right, we got these 4 atoms, these atoms here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. So because of this, right, we're going to see we got an atom here, atom here, atom there, atom there, atom there, atom on the other side. So we got a total of 6 right? But we're only taking half of the atom because that's all that can be put in this unit cell, half of the atom. But we have 6. So in this case, because we have 6, 1/2 times 6 is going to be 3, right? So those pieces, when you add up all those atoms in this unit cell, this is how we're getting 4, right? So not 4 atoms in this unit cell. It's like pieces of it. And this is how we have to think about our unit cells here. This is how we're thinking about unit cells. So simple cubic unit cells, we're going to see 1 atom. Body center cubic unit cells, we're going to see 2. And then face center cubic unit cells, we're going to see 4. All right, 4 in total.